easy. I mean, if he just likes you, he likes you. I don't care how you look, how you smell, it doesn't matter. If he likes you, he marries you, just like this Texan billionaire, okay? But for you to marry a rich woman, it's a lot harder. Okay? I mean, if she says she wants to eat char kway teow, you straight away you got to go and get her favorite kway teow. But that's the easy part. Okay? If she says sit down, you must sit down. She's the boss. Okay? And that's the easy part. Okay? But if she says stand up and you don't stand up, that's the end of it. Okay? You got to understand this. Okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, it doesn't matter. Okay? Because you got to be above 18 to understand things like that. So how many of you think you're going to marry rich? No, you don't think you're going to marry someone rich? Okay, so out of the 4 ways of being rich, 3 ways already out for you. So you only left the last one, okay? There's only one last way to become rich, so I think now you got to listen whether you like it or not. Okay? Okay, the last way of being rich is actually what you call self-made rich. Self-made, okay? And probably this is the most satisfying way of being rich. I'm rich. Okay, if you've never seen a rich man before, look at me. I'm rich. Okay? Self-made. Many people in Singapore are rich because they made themselves rich. It can be done, and I want you all to know that it can be done. Okay? You know, even though you look funny, you might be a millionaire one day. You can make yourself rich. Okay? Self-made. It's a very satisfying way. Many people are rich this way in the world. Millions and millions of people are rich self-made. Okay? It can be done. Huh? Now, to become self-made rich, there are 2 things. Man at work, money at work. Man at work and money at work. Okay? Now, you guys are going to graduate accountant. Who's doing accountancy? Okay. When you graduate, what is the starting pay if you take a job? 2.5, 2005 a month. Is this erasable? It doesn't matter, it's not my body. Times 13, we get 25, 50, about 32,005. 32,005 per year, huh? Graduates get about 2,000 something, right? Now, if you don't get a pay rise for the rest of your life, which is absurd, if you don't get a pay rise for the rest of your life, and you're working when you graduate, let's say you're 25 times, now they say retirement is 65, 40 years, how much would you earn? How much would you earn in your lifetime? You're doing accountancy. Arithmetic 101. How much? If you don't get a pay rise, 32,000 a year times 40 years. Okay? This is times 40 years, you're 25, okay? So 32K times 40 years, you're talking about almost $1.3 million. Okay? Now if you add in your increment, if you are the worst of the lot, every year the boss only give you $48 increment, you add it all up, it's quite a tidy sum. Okay? My nephew did law. I didn't go to university, but I paid his school fees, okay? Because Uncle Robert got a bit rich, so I paid for my nephew his school fees for law, and I paid for my niece accountancy degree in NTU. So by default, I have a law and accountancy degree. Huh? Okay, but my nephew started working in a law firm, and he's now 40 years old. His income is about $750,000 a year. Okay, that's business contract. So in your lifetime, man at work can be a lot of money. Okay, when you work, whether in the job or in your own business, you can earn a lot of money. This amount is incredible. If you can play football like Cristiano Ronaldo, you can play football like Messi, you can earn a lot of money. Okay, if you can be a comic like Gurmeet Singh, you can earn quite a bit of money with all the endorsements. If you can sing like Michael Jackson, you can make a lot of money. Okay. So man at work is an incredible way of making money. Don't discount it. Okay, in your lifetime, if I were you, I'll get a job, I'll work my butt off, get promoted and move up the ladder. My clients who are accountants before are now chief financial officers of multinational companies. Big salaries, okay? Men at work. Now, the other way is your money at work. You earn a lot of money. Hopefully you don't spend it all. You have this thing called surplus. And your money can go to work. And if you're smart at investing, your money can make a lot more money for you. This is the only way you become self-made rich. Man at work, money at work. A lot of people have men at work, they make a lot of money, but they spend a lot, so they only have one income, them going to work. But the smart ones, men at work, they make a lot of money, and even if they can't make a lot of money, they still can become rich, okay? My sister never had a big salary, a few $1,000s a month, but she's very, very prudent, so she spends very little and she has a lot of surplus, and she just kept it aside, and she's, in my family of 6 children, she's probably the second or third richest in our family, just by being an employee all her life, not even a graduate, okay? So, men at work and money at work. You want to become rich, you learn from the rich. Rich people behave differently from average people. Surprisingly, they behave differently. First of all, they're very prudent. You meet rich people, they're usually very prudent, sometimes to the point, unfortunately, of being stingy. But that's the way they are. In a study, they got all these millionaires together. They wanted to find out from the millionaires how they became rich. So they invited these millionaires to this meeting, and they had champagne and caviar and all the expensive food, you know. And then when the rich people came, they made a beeline for the hot dogs and the burgers because they don't eat caviar and champagne. It's not their style. They live very prudently. They don't waste money. Every dollar that they earn, they spend very little, and they take a lot and they put it aside. Okay, so they're very prudent. They don't waste money. They don't drink Starbucks. They behave differently. They also work very hard. If you want to be rich, if you don't work hard, I assure you, you will never become rich unless you marry rich. Or get inheritance, okay? They make their money work even harder. They are very patient because in the world of investing, impatient kills. They are very patient, they wait, they are willing to wait. We'll discuss this as we go along. And very strangely, rich people are very charitable. They are prudent, but charity is a different thing. They are either, if they are religious, they normally give to the churches, to the temples, to the mosque, whatever. They are very charitable. If you study the law of giving, the strange thing about giving is that when the more you give, the more you receive. If any of you are Christians, they always talk about it in church. All the other religions teach the same thing. The more you give, the more you get back. All my life, I've been very charitable. People say, oh, I'm charitable because I'm rich. And I tell them, no, I'm rich because I'm charitable. Okay? When you have people in need, you must always give. And the more you give, the more you get back. Okay? But when you give, make sure you're giving to real cases. Don't give it to the monk who spends it on Louis Vuitton for his boyfriend, okay? The other thing that